Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. So this one is another Stargazer, and there's a story because what happened was my first Stargazer journal was bought by a young lady in Australia, and I sent it to her back in June and she still hadn't received it. So I figured the best thing to do would be to make her another one. Now, no two journals of mine are alike because I do put some original stuff in there, so it's next to impossible. But that being said, it's been 5 months since I made the first Stargazer, and I have learned a lot more, taken more courses. I'm getting more into my groove now and feel a lot more confident with my skills and what I'm doing. I don't have to, constantly second guess myself and figure out if I did something wrong, which is good. It's not that I don't make any mistakes, but you know what I mean. So this one is, although it has a lot of similarities, there are a few differences as well. The cover is basically the same, except because the other one, it had 240 pages as well, this one does. But I made the spine an inch larger. The other one was 2.5 inches. This one is 3.5 because it was very much an alligator mouth by the time I finished putting everything into it and everything, and I didn't want that to happen. This will sit perfectly on a shelf, as you can see, and it won't be all kind of, sticking out. The other thing I changed was I had used a faux suede cording, and it's not really strong, as I said in my video for the information for it, that you had to be really, really careful. So that I changed with this gold ribbon. I have a cat now, so he may interrupt. He's just lying here right beside me on some paper. The other thing that's different is, one thing I learned was I took the definition for Stargazer out of my old dictionary I have. And I had cut it out and I'd put it in there. Now I thought, okay, I'll go and get another old dictionary and I'll just cut it out of that one. No biggie. Well, it turns out that the word Stargazer is not in every dictionary. I couldn't find another one with that in it, so I had to make the title, the name of it, like this. So that's some of the bigger changes. Also, I'll untie this. The last time I used a lot of paper to make it. To make the tabs and stuff. This time I used fabric, lace, and as you can see, beads. Now these beads, if you look at it, they are all coordinated to be the planets. The sun, there's Mercury, hello, Harris. Oh, this is going to be interesting. He's sitting on my notes, too, so I don't know all this. We had Venus, we had Earth, we got Mars, we have Jupiter. This is Saturn, and it's not to scale. This is Saturn because I had this really cool ring thing. We have Uranus, and we have Neptune. So that's all the colors, and I really like that part about it. I've not cut off all these little string things, and she's more than welcome to do it if she wants to. So let's dig in and see what this one's like. The other big difference in this one, let's make sure we're all on frame. Yep. The other big difference in this one is I got these other papers. Like the papers that I had in the other one, they were nice. They were very pretty, but they weren't fun to work with. They were, hard to glue, and it did become a bit of a challenge. So this time I ordered these papers, and I really love these papers to the point that I felt bad actually putting anything on top. So usually I put like a big pocket in the front and in the back, but I didn't this time. But I will send, I do have a little envelope with some things in it, and I will send some things that if she wants to make pockets or put something on there, she totally can, like it wouldn't be hard. So, and then this paper, it was, I have the papers that I have for backgrounds that I printed on the back, so it's not just white on the back. And I did a lot of different things. And here's the quote with Plato that was in the other one. And there's a lot of, because I did not want to cut these papers off, some of them were just too pretty. I didn't want to cut them. I made a lot of tuck spots that go vertically like this. So there are more of those. The other thing is, I know I have a whole bunch of space stamps, but you think I could find them? I couldn't. So I got some different stamps, like this one's Australia, and I just tried to put what would work really nice in there. And so there's still a lot of that gold DC papers in here. This is the first thing to open up, and it's printed on tea-dyed paper, the telescope. So the sun, I have a couple of these cute little orange star paper clips that I stuck on here. And this is sari silk. And then my hand-dyed papers, it's the blueberry that I did, and I just tried something a little different here with this paper, wax paper, and there's lots of tags. And then these she can also use for making cards if she wants. These are something that I got since I made the last one, and they're basically to make replicas of book pages, of antique book pages. It's just a package that I bought, and this one, it happens to be space related, so there's some of those. And then I also put these little I guess little they're not tags per se, but just to break up all the solid color and just to add a little bit of interest. I put a little pocket watch here just because time is very much related to the planet's universe and how we marked the passing of time. So again, I used Took's kit, and these are just some copies of original books that I printed on tea-dyed paper. And then this paper is, it's a blueberry, but it has baking soda in it, so it turned green. So, and then she, in our communications, I found out that her father was an astrophysicist. And so that was one thing she liked about the previous Stargazer, was that there was a lot of science stuff in there. So I went through a book I had and basically took out almost the whole chapter on astrophysics, and I put it in here so that she would have all these pages there. This is just some very vintage paper. It's actually comes in another pad. We'll see some of the other paper that comes with it later on. It's kind of a carbon copy paper, so you get a little bit of color transfer in there. And blueberries, so a whole bunch of tags. Again, Took's kit, and then other photos and stuff that I have. These were illustrations in a book that I got from a kit and printed them on cardstock just to make them into tags. And then these ones are a new one that I got this time, a new kit that I got this time to make more tags. So there are a ton of tags in here in journaling spots. And this is my very dark paper. It's actually done with like a black dye. And then I had this little piece of fiber, and I thought it looked a bit like it should be an asteroid belt, or you know, one of those things that you would see out in the night. And more Took's papers. And again, we have the vintage maps, because maps are very much related to, I mean, to discover the world, they had to use the stars to map their way. And then we have some tarot cards here, faux tarot cards. And a quote from Carl Sagan. This is some other paper that I got that I really like as well. It's just really pretty paper. Try not to take too long, guys. And also, you'll note that there's this one very bright yellow piece of paper. This is from I was trying to get red, actually, and I used some jasmine that I had. A friend had brought back a big package of it for me, and I tried to get red, but I got this beautiful bright yellow instead, and so I used that to represent the sun. And see how pretty this paper is? Like, that is just so stunning. And then another tuck spot over here, and then here is one of, I like to make my little see-throughs. That's a see-through for the moon, and a quote, and lots of places to journal. And astrology, a bit more I think I put more of the DC maps paper in here, and I printed it as a photocopy, like for the quality should be right up there, like with photographs. I'm trying to print a lot higher density these days. And some more tags, little tuck spot there. And zodiac. And then, you know, some washi tape here. It's so pretty. I thought it went perfect with this. So it's a little different. It's got some, I don't want to say feminine touches, but some more delicate touches to it, which I'm hoping that she'll really like. There's then one of the very old telescope, and it's a library tuck spot. A larger tag for journaling, and this is light enough, you should be able to write on top. Different tags, different papers and pockets. And this is something that I wanted to try. It's actually fabric, and it's Tim Holtz. It's like it's fabric, but it's sticky on one side, so that's why it's not perfectly straight, because it's fabric, it kind of moves a little bit more. So I put it in a couple of spots just because I thought it was interesting. It feels neat. Galileo. See, that's how pretty this paper is. I'm gonna have to order some more. And then I put a little piece of strip of fabric here and just hand frayed the edges on it. Yeah, some more. More tags and a tuck spot here. Another piece of fabric. This is all sari fabric as well, even if it's polyester. It's from sari fabric. A postcard, and I put a stamp from Cuba on it. I just thought that building looked like it could be some sort of science building, so I thought it was interesting. And there's a star clock there. It's more of those little snippets. A bookmark in that pocket. And my tea dye paper. These are some of my earlier tea dyes, so they came out kind of really interesting, like this. And then it's washi again. And this is, the red is the avocado. I really like that. I think it's pretty cool. And some more washi tape up here. As you're making journals, sometimes what will happen is you might get a little rip or a tear in the, it's just hard to work on these without something happening, because we tea dye them and we dry them and then you iron them, and it all does a little bit. So sometimes we'll get a little tear. So I put washi tape over it to hold it together, so it should be fine. And this is a page. Where's the other side of it? Should have seen that. Yeah, because I really like this. Okay, there it is. It's called Moon Jumpers, from a children's book. It has the moon and the owl with the moon. So I put a page from a children's book in here that I thought was cute. Here's the earth. This paper is just so pretty. And I tried experimenting with some different ways of doing tuck spots and that I've been learning in my courses. And Alan Shepard, that's a great quote. And some, this is some you know, accounting paper that's been tea-dyed. Why can I think of these when I'm on camera? Some more green paper. And then there's this paper is, you'll see on this other side what it is. It's for keeping track of game scores, card game scores. And then this one I printed again, something on the on that paper. So still lots of places to journal. Okay, there's the players, this player across the top. And one of those little paper clips there. And then I didn't do the same flip outs. I decided to do this differently. It comes out like this. I will move this over a little bit. So hopefully that's all on camera and you can see that. And there are big tags in each of the top ones here. And as you can see, it changes. They're made from envelopes. And then there's little pockets here with lots of little tags. And these are more different tags that I have picked up with different kits. And that's a Tim Holtz one and washi tape as well. And then it goes like this. And that one comes out too, and then a stamp. And then these are from a subscription I have. I had some in the first Stargazer as well. Let's put this back over here. That should be better. All these pictures. My partner reminded me I should use some of my own photographs that I take. Oh well. And then Celestial Sphere. And then we have, I believe that's Jupiter. And this is a big, one of those big beads, so I had to put something to hold it in the center there, so that's why it looks a bit more flashy than the other ones. More journal cards. I'm trying to use up all the scraps of those paper because it was just so pretty. I didn't want to throw any of it away. And then this is a wine glass stain. There's another little Australia stamp. And then we have Saturn. And there's some, that's the vintage paper I have for the, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, people. It'll come to me. And then we have your Uranus, that pretty blue, more sari silk. And then here is I did a big pocket here. This paper it has a lot of quotes on it, and I really want to put this in there for her, you know, just so that it, you know, across the universe. Down here it says Stargazers. There's a lot of really beautiful quotes on this paper that I want to use for these pockets. And then I also did some of the DC star maps, and I made some tags out of them as well. That's photo paper, so it can scratch a little easier too, unfortunately. There's all kinds of little tags. And there were some things that I had put in the other one, and I could not find them anywhere. I don't know what happened to them, where they went to. But, so this is definitely not the same. And there's some more of that fabric there, that ticket. And then this is an envelope. There's a few things in here. I'll probably stick a few more things in here that she can, you know, little tags and cards if she wants to make some more pockets, or if she wants to just write on them. Tuck them somewhere. Okay, so this is what that paper is from. It's the transfer paper. It's the Canadian National Telegraph Company, and this was what was used to make for telegraphs way back when. So a little Canadian content there. And I have a few of these left. There's a nebula. More tags, of course. Lots of tags. tags for days. Definitely have lots of journaling tag spots. And a Neptune, and then a music sheet. That's from Phantom of the Opera. Another tuck spot here with another one of the pictures there. A postcard, and then there, I put a Canadian stamp on this, and it says meteorology, because meteorology is related to stars and the moon and stuff like that. And more washi. More tags. Oh, I will put a punch in there and a little thing in it, and little angels on there. They're so cute. And this is just a fabric tab. This is from Germany, and it looks like it would be a space vehicle. I do not know, but I put it on there because I thought it would work with this, with the blues and stuff. More washi tape going down there. And then this is a new kit I have. And more tags, lots and lots of tags. Whoops, a little piece of paper in there. Another little tuck spot, one of those pages. And some more lace bead there. And then this one, I put a little quote down in this corner at the very end for her. So I hope she likes it. I'm going to send her this video before I mail it off to her. And it'll be on its way to Australia with a tracking number and signature required because I'm not taking any chances on this one. I want her to get it, and so that she can honor her dad, and I hope she loves it and adds to it and puts her own stamp on this nice little journal, or big journal. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for watching.